All right, we're good.
We're gonna start here in tabletop. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna kick my coffee over, #1 rule of the morning. So we're gonna start in tabletop and really just start with some movement to get started this morning. So hands under shoulders, we'll go knees under hips. You can tuck your toes under if you just want that little bit of feedback. And on an inhale, just start to drop your belly, lift your heart. Now we're gonna move slow this morning, so don't think about your deepest back bend right now. We're just kind of finding a little bit of movement. And then exhale, press into your palms, start to lift your belly, press the floor away, just to find a gentle cat spine. And then again, belly down, chest through. And exhale to round it out, press the floor away, pull your belly in. So each movement maybe just getting a little bit deeper, a little bit larger. Belly down, chest lifts. And then exhale, round. Just articulate your vertebrae. One more time like that. Breathe in, chest lifts. And exhale, round it out. You're going for a neutral spine, so press the floor away. I want you to think about pulling your belly in like you could spread your hip bones apart. So pull your belly in, and then I'm gonna have you lift your right knee back behind you, but keep your knee bent. So we're gonna come into this position for hip extension. Now while you drop into this pose, I want you to notice right away what happens to your belly. Did you drop into your low belly and find a back bend? If you did, pull your belly in, drive back with your knee, and now I'm gonna have you pull your knee into your armpit without cat spine. So we've been in cat spine, we're not going there. Keep your belly pulled in, pull that knee in towards your armpit, and then open it out like a fire hydrant position. So stay there, but I'll turn towards you so you can see what's going on. So I'm opening my knee out, perfect. Good, now notice what happened to your right hip. Can you keep your right hip level with your left? And we're just gonna gently rotate that knee back to where we started. Good, we're gonna move through that 3 times. Again, we don't need to find our biggest range right here as we get started this morning, but I want you to just find some movement through your hip. Press the floor away, knee comes in, we're gonna open it out, and then nice little circle as we bring it back around. Good, one more time, knee in, open it out, and then bring it back around. Good, from here, straighten that leg, reach long through the right heel, and then pull your belly in, reach your left hand forward. And so finding some core activation, try to keep that right hip level with the left. If you want to release the left toenails to the mat, you can. A little bit more balance there. Now on an exhale, start to pull your right knee in. Again, try to keep a level spine. Then pull your left hand to your right thigh and just press. Create some engagement, left hand to right thigh. You should feel your belly turning on. Core's getting warm. Inhale, reach long, left hand away from the right heel. And exhale, set it down. Good, knees wide, drop your heels back towards, hips back towards your heels and find child's pose. You got a little bit of heat building in your core and that right hip. Just take a few breaths here. So let your inhale, lift your belly, and exhale, hips towards heels. One more like that, breathe in, and breathe out. On your next inhale, start to roll up towards tabletop with hands under shoulders, knees under hips. I'm going to take that again. We're going to start with cat-cow. So maybe this time your movements are a little bit bigger as you drop your belly down, lift your heart. Exhale, round your spine. 2 more times like that. Belly drops, chest lifts. And exhale, round it out. We're going to find that neutral position with our spine. So press your palms down. Think length from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And then start to lift your left knee back behind you into hip extension. And so we're just going to see how this lands in our body. So again, what happened to your left hip? What happened to your low back? Can you try to remove some of that compensation as you pull the left knee behind you? And now start to pull the left knee into your left armpit. Keep your belly nice and tight. We're not going to find a rounded spine here. We're just looking for hip flexion. And bring the knee out to the left. So we're going to find that fire hydrant position and then rotate the knee back to our starting point. You're going to move a little bit faster as we just find some rotation through that hip. Knee pulls in, strong core, knee out and around. One more time, pull the knee in, just rotating through that hip. And then stop here in that starting position and we're going to straighten the left heel away from the booty. Good. Pull the belly in, right hand reaches forward. Good, find that stable position. Option to release the toes to the mat. And on an exhale, nice and slow, bring your left thigh to your right hand under your body without a rounded spine. Good, press your palm into your thigh. Try to keep that foot hovered away from the mat. Hips are square, shoulders are square, breathe. And then nice and slow, reach away. Good, right hand reaches away from the left foot and drop it down. Find child's pose, knees wide, drop your hips towards your heels, walk your hands forward, and just breathe. Stay here in your pose. We're gonna take at least 2 more cycles of breath. So nice deep inhale, deep exhale. So my heart rate's already getting up there, just from finding that strong core activation, just moving slow this morning as we just start to warm up. Just trying to slow that down a little bit. On your next inhale, start to roll your way back up to tabletop. When you get there, just walk your hands towards your knees, and we're just gonna find ourselves seated on our heels. So if this is uncomfortable for you, you're welcome to come to your bottom. You can sit on a block, pillow, blanket, whatever you have around your house. Find yourself in a comfortable position. Cross your arms over your chest, hands to either shoulder, and we're just gonna find some upper spine rotation. So pull your elbows into your belly button as you round your spine forward. Drop your chin to your chest, let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And see if you can find more length across the back of your neck. And then we're gonna twist to the right as your elbows pull into your right hip crease. So try to keep your left hip down. And then you're gonna lift your elbows up to the right. We're gonna make a big circle with the elbows as we reach the elbows up and then through center, just a little back bend in the upper spine, over to the left, and then pull your elbows into your left hip crease. Good, stay here in this twist for a moment, and then bring it back to center. Let's see if you can release the back of your neck more, pull your belly in, relax your shoulders away from your ears. And we're gonna go the other way, so elbows into your left hip crease. Start to lift the elbows up. We'll go all the way through center, over to the right, and then twist right elbows into your right hip crease. Good, pull them all back to the middle. Relax your shoulders away from your ears, and then just start to roll over your knees to come back to tabletop and find downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your legs, hips will lift high, and just pedal out your knees. Just a little bend of the knees, little walk of the feet. You can twist side to side if that feels good. You can play with positioning of your hands. If you need a little bit more space for your shoulders, you can bring your hands wide to the outside edges of your mat, maybe fingertips out. And while you're here, just eventually start to settle in. So feel your heels pull back, chest towards your thighs. You can be bent knees here. If wrist is an issue for you, you can always come to fists or even grab for dumbbells or anything you have that you can keep yourself in a neutral position. On an inhale, just lift your heels away from the mat. Exhale, press them back. Again, inhale, heels lift. And exhale, press. One more time, breathe in, lift your heels. Keep your heels lifted, look forward. Take a bend in your knees, and we're gonna tiptoe up to the top of our mat, just little steps. Let some weight roll into your palms. Belly super strong, keep walking. And when you get there, feet are hip width distance apart, and we'll take ragdoll. So cross your forearms, pinkies towards your elbow creases, just hang heavy. So take a deeper bend in your knees than you think you need. Sway side to side if that feels nice. Just try to relax through your back, through the back of your neck. All that tension we're holding in our neck, at the base of our skull. Try to relax and breathe some space. On an exhale, just release your hands towards the mat. We'll toe heel our big toes together to touch. And the nice strong belly. We're gonna roll our way up to standing, just one vertebrae at a time. Head is the last thing to lift. Reach your hands out and up. Find mountain pose. Just reach straight up without the back bend. Just get super, super tall. Reach through your fingertips. And then exhale, hands through heart center. Hinge at your hips, a little bend in your knees to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And on your exhale, fold again. One more time, breathe in, halfway lift. On this exhale, step back. We're gonna find high push-up plank pose. Option to drop to your knees at any time. While we're here, I want you to press the floor away. Think about a little round in your upper back. And then lean forward so your shoulders travel over your fingertips. So the heels of your hands will stay down. And then exhale, press back into your heels like you can push your heels into the wall behind you. Again, inhale forward, shoulders over fingertips. Exhale, press back. Belly, chest turning on. One more time, inhale forward, shoulders over fingertips. And now we're gonna lower down to the mat for a count of 5. Nice and slow. All the way to our bellies. 3, 2, and 1. Flip to the tops of your feet, pull the heels of your hands back. On an inhale, find cobra. Lift through the back of your neck. Good, find a space where you can linger for a bit. Pull your elbows back. Think about chest through. Good, maybe lift your fingertips away from the floor, heels down, heels of your hands down. Lift your chest forward. Stay for your exhale. Maybe hover your hands, breathe. And exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. We're gonna move to downward facing dog, either through knees or high plank. Press away. And downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet when you get there, a little bend in your knees. Just nice deep breaths through your nose. Inhale to lift your heels. Exhale, press them back. Bend your knees, look forward, and just make your way to the top of your mat. You can take those little baby steps, bigger steps, or jump when you're ready. Inhale for halfway lift, and fold. Inhale, mountain, reach up. Maybe a little back bend this time. Exhale, up and over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high push-up plank pose. Just one time, we're gonna take those rocks. So on an inhale, forward, shoulders over fingertips. Exhale, press away through your heels. Now as you come forward, this time come all the way to your belly or stop halfway for chaturanga. Now if you come down to your belly, you can move through cobra or maybe upward facing dog is next. Whatever feels good for you this morning. Chest lifts, breathe in, and we find downward facing dog. And take your time getting there. Just breathe into your dog. Pedal out your feet. On an inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press them back. On an inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. And exhale to fold. Inhale, mountain, reach up, little back bend at the top. Exhale, up and over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. We're gonna move through chaturanga, through cobra, or just meet me in downward facing dog. Just creating a little bit of heat this morning. Warming up. Sweating together. And when you get to down dog, inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, press them back. On an inhale, reach your right leg high. So it doesn't matter how high this leg is, but I want your left heel to push away from the floor. So think about that lifted heel that we've had in our down dog. Lift the left heel and reach your right leg up. Now on an exhale, keep your hips square hips, bend your right heel towards your butt. Good, so we're not finding scorpion down dog, we're just bending the right knee and lifting the knee up. Keep the left heel lifted, breathe in, and exhale, pull your right knee to your chest and high push up. Good, feel that hamstring, the right glute. Good, lean forward, shoulders over fingertips. Exhale, press back Find that same position with knee lifted, heel pulling in. Good, keep the left heel up, and now straighten the leg. Reach it long. On this exhale, step it through, low lunge. A little wake up of that hamstring. Inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart. And on an exhale, round your spine. Maybe straighten out that front leg just a little bit, little relief on that hamstring. Inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, round. Maybe straighten that leg. On an inhale, drop your back knee. And we're gonna release the toes to the mat, reach up for dragon lunge. So arms and hips reach up. Good. Hips are square, chest is lifted. Now press into your right heel so you can bring your hips over your left knee. Square up here for a moment. And then think about pulling your belly in as you come back into that lunge. Good, nice stretch across that left hip. Breathe in, maybe a little back bend here. And on an exhale, release, hands around your front foot, tuck your back toes under, drop your back heel down. We're gonna find warrior one. So hips and shoulders are gonna square to the top of our mat. On an inhale, come on up. And keep pulling your right hip back. Good job, you guys look great. And pull your low ribs in. About finding engagement of your left pinky down. Left pinky toe. Breathe in. And on an exhale, warrior two, open. A nice external rotation of that right hip. So we've already worked a lot of rotation in that hip. So see if while you're here in this warrior two, you can really think about that right glute rolling under your body, and you can think about that hip opening up even more. Awesome. On an inhale, reverse warrior. Reach up and back. Maybe reach your left fingertips for your left toes. Left heel. Breathe in. And exhale, cartwheel down. Move through chaturanga, through cobra, or meet me in downward facing dog. Good. When we get to downward facing dog, just lift and lower your heels. Find your breath. On an inhale, we're going to lift that left leg up. Hips and shoulders stay square to the mat, and lift the right heel away from the floor. So as high as you can on the ball of that right foot. Now bend your left knee, pull your left heel towards your glute. Good, so by lifting that right heel, we're taking some of the compensation out of our low back. So now we have to get that hip, left hip, to lift in extension, and as we activate that hamstring. Good, breathe in. On an exhale, float forward to high push-up, pull that knee into your chest. Think shoulders over fingertips. Breathe. We're gonna come back to that same position of knee lifted. Pull the heel in, right heel's off the floor. Breathe in. When you're ready, start to straighten out that leg, get long through the ball of the foot, and then exhale, step it through. Inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart. And exhale, straighten that front leg, round your spine. One more time like that, breathe in. And breathe out. So if that little hinge of the knee is causing your hamstring to kind of freak out, you're not alone. Breathe in, drop your back knee, and we're gonna find dragon lunge. Press into the left heel, arms reach high. And keep pressing that hip forward. And then while we're here, we're just gonna drive into that left heel to square up the hips. And from here, pull your belly in, think hips are level. And now lean in a little bit to find that stretch on the right hip. Maybe a little back bend as you lift your heart. And on an exhale, release, hands around your front foot. Lift your back knee and drop your back heel. So we're setting up for warrior one. Hips and shoulders here square to the top of the mat. Inhale, come on up. And so just notice what's happening on this side. About pressing down through the pinky toe on the right foot, belly's in, right hip's dialing forward. Now pull your low ribs in. Breathe in here, and warrior two, open. Reach long through your fingertips and feel that rotation on the left hip. That left glute is rotating under. Reach long through your fingertips. And reverse warrior, left hand up and back, reach for your right heel, and look up at your left hand. Breathe in. On an exhale, cartwheel down, chaturanga, cobra, or just down dog. Whatever feels good for you this morning. Good, big breath in to lift your heels. Big breath out to press them back. Bend your knees, look forward, and make your way to the top of your mat. When you get there, big toes together to touch, find a halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale to mountain, reach up, maybe back bend. Exhale up and over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, and on this exhale, step your left foot back to find low lunge. Hands stay around your front foot, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, straighten your front leg, round your spine. On an inhale, float forward, drop your back knee, dragon lunge, reach your arms up, chest lifts, and exhale, release. Hands around your front foot, lift your back knee, drop your back heel, warrior one. On an exhale, warrior two, open. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up and back. Exhale, cartwheel down. Now listen, we're gonna find standing splits. So left leg reaches high to the sky. Now your hands can step forward in front of your right toes. Then I'm gonna spin towards you. So left leg is lifted. It's okay if your hips open or they're square, whatever feels good for you on this hamstring. Find a lot of length across this right hamstring. Now walk your hands a little bit more in front of your right foot, so like 6 inches at least. Come up on your fingertips. And now breathe in. On an exhale, bend your left knee, pull your left heel towards your left glute, just like we did when we were in downward facing dog. Keep that heel pulling in, and on an inhale, start to bend into the right knee and look towards me. Good, you're gonna tap your left foot to the floor. Pull your knee in, tap your left foot to the floor. Pull your knee in, and stand it back up, standing splits. One more time, bend the knee, heel towards your glute. Nice and slow, bend into your right knee, look forward. Keep pulling your left knee into your chest, pull your belly in, tap your left toes to the floor. Awesome, standing splits, reach it up. Take a breath here, and on an exhale, big toes together to touch, forward fold. Whew, breathe in. Exhale, fold. One more time, breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. On an inhale, come on up to mountain, reach up. If you've been running, walking, biking, outside being active, exhale, forward fold. That hamstring work might be really feeling it this morning. Breathe in, halfway lift. And on this exhale, step your right foot back, find low lunge. On an inhale, drop your hips, lift your heart. Exhale, round, maybe straighten that front leg. On an inhale, float forward, drop your back knee. Find dragon lunge, reach up. Stay for your inhale, lift your heart. Stay for your exhale. Breathe in. And on this exhale, hands around your front foot, lift your back knee, drop your back heel, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, left hand high. Exhale, cartwheel down, lift your back heel, and we're back to standing splits. This time, right leg is lifted. And just find your stretch on that left side. Keep that right leg lifting up. And start to walk your hands in front of your left toes. Now you know where we're going. Go ahead and bend that right knee, pull your right heel in towards your glute. And then on an inhale, start to look towards me, bend that left knee, look forward, and you're gonna pull the right knee to your chest, tap your right toes on the floor. Inhale, stand it up, standing splits. Again, pull the knee in, just look towards me. You got this. Tap the toes with control. Straighten it up. Stay here, breathe, get long through the ball of your foot, and exhale, Big toes together to touch. Shake that out. Breathe in, halfway lift, and breathe out. Again, inhale, halfway lift, and fold. On an inhale, start to roll your way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Whew, arms reach high, lift up, and exhale, hands just to heart center. All right, so my legs are definitely warm. I can feel all of it working. So we're gonna take a little bit of balance here. If you need to move to a wall or grab for a couch or chair or table or whatever, it's cool. Do whatever you need. We're gonna keep our hands at heart center and standing on our left foot, start to pull your right knee in towards your chest. Good, right knee is lifted. Awesome, now I'm gonna have you reach your left hand down, make a fist, roll your left shoulder blade down your back. Right hand, make a fist, and pull that arm into your chest. Good, right knee is still lifted. When you're ready, we're gonna open the knee out to the right. Awesome, you guys got this. Good, keep the knee reaching out, and now start to lift your right heel up, finding that fire hydrant position, just like we did when we were in tabletop. Good, start to pull the knee behind you, find hip extension without the back bend. Can you reach your knee back without finding a back bend in your low spine? Reach the knee directly behind you, and exhale, pull it through. We're gonna reverse that direction. So breathe in, exhale, pull the knee behind you, find hip extension, then open the knee out, keep the ankle lifted, and then pull the ankle under the knee and back into our starting position. Awesome, nice and slow, just set that down. Let's give the left leg a break. Whew, that's some intense stuff right there. All right, let's do the right leg. So standing on the right leg, we'll just start at hands at heart center, just like the other side. Whenever you're ready, lift the left knee up. Good, so finding your balance on the right side to start. Now from here, right hand reaches down, make a fist with that hand, and then left hand pulls into your chest. So we're finding activation through our upper body. We're gonna try to irradiate this action and find the rotation through our hip. So left knee lifts up a little higher, and then open the knee out. Awesome, breathe here. Start to lift the heel up in line with the knee. Good, try not to twist. And then knee's gonna start to reach behind you without the back bend, pull your belly in. Find this active hip extension, and then pull the knee through. Good, we're gonna reverse it. So knee reaches back behind you, heel keeps pulling in towards the glute. Then open the knee out, keep the ankle lifted. Awesome, pull the ankle under the knee, squeeze it in, and then back through center. Awesome, set that left foot down. Oh, shake that out, inhale, reach up, big breath, little back bend. Exhale, up and over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. And exhale, step your left foot back to find low lunge. Just drop your back knee, look forward, and exhale, half splits. Just find a stretch across that hamstring. I think you all deserve it. Heart towards your toes. Pull your right hip back. And you can keep your toes flexed back towards your face. If you like, find a little rotation. Toes to the right, toes to the left. So we've already been working that hip quite a bit this morning. So if you can think about rotating from the hip, not just the ankle, as you stretch across this hamstring. Keep breathing. We'll be here for one more cycle of breath. You can linger in one spot or keep that dynamic movement. On an inhale, start to walk your hands forward. We're gonna find runner's lunge. So just bend into that right knee, hands inside your front foot. You can lift your heart, breathe in, and stay right here on your palms or come all the way down to your elbows. Just relax across that hip. All of that stretch in your hamstring. You can keep with that dynamic movement if you want to move a little bit from the pinky toe to the big toe side of your foot. Or maybe little circles with your knee. Or maybe you just linger and feel the stretch. Lots of places to go here. Nice slow breaths in and out through your nose. On an inhale, start to bring your hands under your shoulders. You're gonna tuck your back toes under, and you're gonna step back to three-legged dog. So hands under shoulders, tuck your back toes under, reach that right leg up and back. Big stretch, right foot reaches nice and high. And on this exhale, find half pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist, right foot towards your left wrist, under your body. Good, now scoot your left knee back a little bit. Keep your hands under your shoulders. So we're in this half pigeon, hands under shoulders, but stay lifted for me for a moment. Good, you don't need to find a huge back bend, so if your hands are in front of your knee, that's fine. Breathe in, and now start to activate as you push your right shin into the floor. So before you come down and just find this like crazy passive hip stretch, I want you to find some activation here. So press down through your right shin, heart is lifted. But you should feel that turn on your glute. Breathe in. And now on your exhale, keep that activation as you press the floor away, but bring your chest down into the stretch. You can stay here on your palms, come to forearms, maybe to your belly. Good, and then start to release the hip, relax. Just let that go. See if you can melt down into your mat. You can stay here with this stretch. Or if you want to play a little bit, moving between that activation of shin down and relaxation, you can. Whatever feels good for you. The activation of the shin down is going to start to build some strength here in the hip at end range, which you're all ready for. We've done lots of warm up for that. If you choose that, it's just going to be a little bit at a time. So shin presses down for 3, 2, 1, and then just relax the hip and stretch. We'll be here for 3. Stay in your pose for 2. And 1 last cycle of breath. On your next inhale, bring hands under shoulders. Tuck your back toes under to lift your back knee. Now wait 1 second before you push back to downward facing dog. I want you to lift your left knee away from the floor and then start to pull your right heel in towards your belly as you lift up. Push away, pull the heel in, lift it in, and then reach it up and back. Three-legged dog. Reach it up, shake it out, and drop it down. Good. Bend your knees. Walk out your dog a little bit. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward, and we're going to make our way to the top of our mat. Halfway lift when you get there, and fold. On an inhale, come on up, find mountain. Big breath, stretch long. Exhale, up and over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Step your right foot back, low lunge. Drop your back knee, look forward, and it's half split. Straighten that front leg, heart towards your toes. Good, just like on the other side. You can play a little bit with rotating that heel. And if you're rotating on your heel, you're thinking about the action coming from your hip. So you could move your ankle in all sorts of ways, but you want to think about rotating from your hip. So you externally rotate your hip by bringing your toes out, and then internal rotation with the toes in. Just playing with some space there, or you can just linger in the stretch. Hip back, heart forward. We'll be here for 3, for 2, and on 1, start to roll forward. We're gonna find runner's lunge. Hands inside your front foot, walk that left foot to the outside edge of your mat. You can stay here on your palms or come down to your elbows, but really just explore this space. Just like on the other side, you can rock from the pinky toe to the big toe ball mound, or maybe little circles with the knee. My left hip is always quite a bit more upset than my right hip. Circles with the knee just don't feel awesome, but are probably necessary. Stay with your breath. Try to send some space into that hip. We'll be here for 2 more cycles of breath. Use each exhale to just come a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, start to walk your hands in, under your shoulders, tuck your back toes under, and we're gonna push back to 3-legged dog. So lift your back knee, reach that left leg up and back. Long line of energy, stretch that out, and then we're gonna find half pigeon. So left knee to your left wrist, left foot towards your right wrist. Go ahead and walk that back. Right knee reaches back, hands around your shoulders. Maybe they're out in front of your knee, so you don't have to take a back bend here. You're just looking for that stretch in the hip. And now while you're here, start to activate through the hip by pressing down with the left shin. So it might feel different on this side than the other side. It really does for me. So just see if you can try to press, find the activation of the left shin pressing down. It's really gonna activate that left hip, the glute. Looking for strength here. For 2, and then keep that activation, and on 1, start to walk it forward. So find your stretch, but notice that activation of the hip. Can you still maintain the strength in the hip and the glute as you lower down? Once you get there, just start to relax. Try to release any tension you're holding in that space. Use your exhale to just get a little bit deeper into that stretch. And you can stay here, come all the way down to your belly if you'd like, or you can continue moving back and forth between that active stretch and the passive stretch. So in the active stretch, the left shin is going to continue to push into the floor. Feel that turn on all of that tissue around your hip. And then as you release, just relax and let it be passive. If you're moving between that, think of count of 3 as you push down into the floor. And then just exhale, we'll release. And it'll be here for 1 more cycle of breath. Continue with that shin pushing down. And when you're ready, start to bring your hands under your shoulders. We're gonna make our way out of this, but with intention. So lift your back knee, you can walk it in, walk the right foot in a little bit, push the floor away. And now as you lift and push into your palms, pull the left heel into your belly, lift it up, squeeze it in, and then find 3-legged dog, lift the left leg up and back. Oh, good, set it down, shake out the legs. Just bend your knees, look forward, and walk up to the top of your mat. When you get there, find a halfway lift. And we're gonna take ball pose. So just lift your heels, round your spine, forehead towards your knees. And whenever you're ready, just make your way onto your back. All the way down onto your mat. When you get there, just hug your knees into your chest and just rock side to side. Just relax any tension through your back. If you'd like, you can roll all the way over till your elbow almost hits the floor. You're gonna feel that compression into the hip. Feels kind of nice. Just a little bit more here, little circles or rocking side to side. And so this is the challenging part of class. This is when we stay on our mat, right? So we're almost there, almost done. There's all these distractions all around us, but let's just see if we can stay together just for this last bit. So feet flat on the mat, knees up, palms down by your hips. So you can rock your shoulder blades under your back, and now pull your belly in. So I want you to brace your core like you're gonna cough on the ceiling. So pull your belly in, feel that activation through your belly, push into your feet, and make your way up to bridge pose. Press into your feet, lift your hips up. Good, can you stay active through your belly? Push into your feet, push into your palms. For 3, 2, we're gonna roll down 1 vertebrae at a time, on 1, with intention. I think we're doing this for a full count of 5. So we're gonna roll down upper back, core is engaged, mid back, low back. 1 vertebrae at a time till your sacrum hits the floor. And then windshield wiper your knees. Just rock side to side. We can move independently of each other. Looking for all that space through your hips, through your back. We're gonna do one more bridge like that. So when you're ready, bring your feet flat again. Set up, palms down. Pull your belly in to start. So think about that braced core. So it's more than just pulling your belly in. I don't really love that cue actually. Think about squeezing your entire core. It is like that cough, like you should still be able to breathe, but you wanna pull it all in. Breathe here. On an exhale, press into your feet. Keep that activation as you lift your hips up. You keep pushing into your feet, push into your palms. Breathe. And now for a full count of 5, we're gonna move down together. So think about one vertebrae at a time. Use your belly. Strong core is gonna lower you down. One vertebrae at a time. Feel it hit the floor. We're thinking mid-back, just moving down through your spine, through your low back. That's when your belly really has to turn on. One vertebrae at a time till your sacrum hits the floor. When you get there, soles of your feet together to touch knees wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Now while you're here, if you feel comfortable in your space, you start to just let your eyes get heavy. Maybe they don't close all the way, just even if you soften your gaze. I want you to think about your inhale will lift your palms up. And exhale to lower your palms down. Good, again, inhale to lift your hands. And exhale to lower. And stay with this. 2 more cycles of breath together. Inhale, lift your palms. Exhale, lower. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Use your hands to gently close your knees. Good, and then reach your feet long, heels reach away, and I want you to reach your fingertips up above your head. Reach away from your heels. Get as long as you can on your mat. Good, reach longer. Try to pull your fingertips away from your toes. Maybe scooch one leg at a time so you can get even further away. Breathe in. And on an exhale, reach your hands towards your hips like a big snow angel. Pull your knees into your chest and pull it in. Squeeze into a little ball. And nice and slow, just make your way over to your side. And rest here for just a moment. And let an inhale push you up to a comfortable seat. Wherever you are is perfect. Just find yourself here on your mat together, all of us practicing this morning. Hands to your thighs. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, grow taller. And open your mouth to let it go. One more like that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Thank you guys so much for being here, for joining this class, for showing this awesome community that we can all come together to practice and just be. It's awesome. Thank you so much. Namaste. We hope that you guys enjoyed practice. I feel really sweaty and hot. I hope you do too. Oh man. All right, I'm grabbing my water and my coffee. Whew. And Haley, hi, are you there? Where are you? I know you're there somewhere.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Oh.
You might hear dog barking in the background.
So one thing that Haley and I were talking about this community class and what we wanted to do was that we really wanted to be able to offer this kind of just this chat time after class. And it's kind of tough because here we are, like I feel like I could just lie down. But to be able to just kind of to really connect and to see your faces and to say hey and have a chance to hear what you guys are doing and how you're moving. And Haley, you wanna talk?
Yeah, I just love to hear what everyone's been up to. I don't know about you guys, but I've just been trying to take a lot of virtual Zoom classes and connecting with as many people as I can, whether that's like FaceTime or just like calling people or just like, chatting with people and trying to go on lots of walks with my dog. We're in the Strava challenge. So if everyone has Strava, go follow Lululemon Run Club, and you can walk, you can run, whatever. You can even record manual workouts in there as well. So we'd love to have like that as another community place to see what everyone's up to in the community. But yeah, what's everyone been up to?
That's awesome. I haven't looked into that Strava Run Club yet. I need to do that.
Yeah, it's super easy. You just like get like an account, and if you have like an Apple Watch or a Garmin, you can totally like hook that up too. I see Bethany's on here, so Bethany, if you have any like tips and tricks, she's the Strava guru. She is the one that created our run club, so it's been super fun just to see. And then every Saturday, we have like a virtual run, so like you can just get out there and just like run a mile. You can walk a mile, just do whatever you want to do. But it's just another way to see what everyone's up to.
That's awesome. That's really great. So one thing that I want to share with you guys that I've started up in the last few weeks is pulling together some of the people in this group actually, but into kind of a virtual, into a virtual community. And we're doing it it's like a month. I set it up as a monthly subscription, but basically what it is that we do a weekly class, a Zoom class like this together. And then I put together a special site specifically for this group. And I drop in the class recording, I do a little mobility session, a little strength burst workout, and then we do coffee time together on Sundays, which is super fun. We just get together and kind of talk about the week and what we have going on. Tomorrow, I'm doing a virtual handstand workshop, which is going to be really kind of fun and silly, and that's open to anyone, but that subscriber group is actually, they get just to join it, it's just part of it. So that's something if you're looking to add kind of community, way to touch base with the community, but also just a way to have some consistency in what you have going on every week. We'd love to have you join us. It's been pretty fun. Angie's in there. Hey, Ange. And I know my mom is in it too. She's down there in the corner, Lori. But we have 28 people so far. It's been really cool. So that's something that I would just encourage you guys. I'll shoot you guys an email too after this. If you want another way to keep moving and stay connected, it's been really cool. I see there's some little chat, like I'm getting a little chat. Cool, this is nice. Thanks, Mare. Mare, you can, she might be bouncing off. I was gonna say she's just telling me, sending me a message that thanks for class. Cool. So if you guys are wondering about the link for the group, I will send you an email after this with the email you used to register for the Eventbrite. And then you guys can have all the information, and then you can reach out to me anytime as well with any questions. And with that too, I'll shoot you any opportunity to continue to practice this way, virtually. It's pretty cool. I mean, really, that we can be connected like this, I think.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks a lot, honey. I gotta sneak out.
Okay. See you,
All right.
Ange.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'm signing off too. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
This was
Thanks,
great.
Steph. Thanks, Bethany.
Yeah. Great to see you.
So what's everybody else been doing?
I've been cleaning a lot.
It's
and going on trails. She's an outdoor girl.
Oh, that's
So.
awesome.
That's what we've been doing.
That's cool. That's so great.
Still going to work. Daycare just opened this week, but it was closed for like 3 weeks. So
That makes it super tough.
I got a lot done, so. But are you going to do more like this, or is this just a special thing because of the Strava?
Haley, what are you thinking on that? Or do you plan to do more community Zoom classes like this?
Yeah, I mean, if people really want to do more, I think, I don't know, Bethany can back me up on this. I think we could do more if people were willing to just sign up through our Facebook page and just have people teach like each Saturday or something like that, or like once a month.
I want to read it.
Okay.
Bethany, you look so sweet there. I want to hear your voice. I can't hear you.
Stop it, it. I need to sit up in your lap. I need to sit in your lap.
Yeah. Haley, I think our turnout was really good. I think it'd be awesome to be able to continue, even just, switching it up with different like yoga or workout or whatever.
Yeah, I really liked it, and I really like the Saturday morning thing. Kind of reminds me of like when the old store used to do like Sunday morning or Saturday morning
Yes.
yoga, like in the park or something like that.
Yes, I really like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I think that would be super cool. Awesome. I didn't get to see before everybody kind of bounced off how many people we ended up with, but I can go back. I think this will record and I can go back and see. Did anybody look?
I think it's like 30.
30? That's awesome. That's great.